the beauty of Bharatnatyam, the postures, and how does it dwell with the lifestyle? और इसके जो postures है उसका meaning क्या होता है, या if you could just tell us more about the art form.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Bharatnatyam, it is dealt on, like when you talk about Natya Shastra. Bharatnatyam is divided into three major parts, two, Nritya and Nritya.
अच्छा.
Yes.
Okay.
Nritya is Nritta.
Okay.
Nritya means pure dance movements
Okay.
for decorative purpose.
Okay.
Okay. They do not communicate, in the sense they do not convey any message, but there is communication, obviously.
अच्छा.
Without communication, without dealing with your audience, you can't dance.
Correct.
So it is called Shobha Hetu dancing.
Okay.
Purely decorative purpose.
Okay.
So we start, like as I said, in Tanjore Cottage, there's one book, Sangeeta Saramrita, which talks about Adavus.
Okay.
Adavus is a unit of movement.
Okay.
Like movement of your feet, legs, hands, neck, eyes, everything together. They've been taught to the student.
Okay.
Well, in first field, second field, third field. That is one action is repeatedly taught from slow speed to the third speed. Then, so this is called Nrutta.
Okay.
Adavus is a part of Nrutta.
ठीक है.
So there are different dance numbers which are rendered to different rhythmic syllables, and they are danced for decorative purpose. There can be formations of dancers. Basically, Bharatnatyam is a solo art form, but then with the times demanding,
Right.
there are today group dancing. There is, when it came to stage, obviously it had to revive it. So you cannot be. It is also called Ekaharya.
अच्छा.
Ekaharya is one costume.
Okay.
Yeah, like if I'm wearing this, my costume, I can be Radha, I can be Krishna, I can be Kamsa in the given one pal.
Wow.
So Nrutta is a decorative purpose, and the second term is Nritya,
Right.
Abhinaya.
Right.
So Abhinaya again has four aspects. Angika Abhinaya, Vachika Abhinaya, Satvika Abhinaya, Aharya Abhinaya.
Okay.
When we talk about Angika Abhinaya, Angika means Angas, Pratyangas, Upangas.
Okay.
That is major limbs, minor limbs, the other sides, like major limbs, hands, head, legs, then sides, chest. Upangas are your facial. So all this, like top to toe,
Wow.
it has to be used in one single movement.
Wow. Okay.
So you cannot say, okay, this movement I don't need to use my hands. Even if your hands are not doing anything, they are still in use.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then Vachika Abhinaya deals with verbal speech,
Okay.
music,
Right.
talam syllabus, rhythmic syllabus which are rendered for dancing. Then comes Satvika.
Okay.
Satvika Abhinaya, most of the time, it is you feel horripilation while dancing. You can have perspiration. This is a deep, like these are used normally when the character does one solo, like person, one act where you can get into the deep into the character. Okay. But when I'm dancing Bharatanatyam, I generally don't go deep in Satvika Abhinaya so much because I have to switch my characters.
Right. Right. Okay.
And Aharya is your costume, your jewelry. So each dance style, depending upon their kinesiology, have designed their costumes.
Okay.
Like Bharatnatyam is divided in, it's called voluntary. Yes, volition theory.
Okay.
That is, your body is divided this half. It's in V.
Okay.
The knees are flexed in such a way that it forms a kind.
Right.
So the costume is in such, this stitched in a dhotis with a fan so that it opens. Yes.
Okay.
And the jewelry is also such that, you have Chandra Surya on your head. So Surya,
Chandra Surya.
the right way where Surya, Chandra is on left. So the whole body right from this is balanced.
Right.
So balance is a very important aspect of any dance.
Correct. So adding to this only, मैम, आई एम श्योर कि जैसे हमारे सारी चीज़ें जो है जो हमारे शास्त्रों में लिखी गई, नाट्य शास्त्र इज ऑल्सो शास्त्र नाम, सो उसके हिसाब से क्लासिकल डांस या पर्टिकुलरली भरतनाट्यम के लाइफस्टाइल बेनिफिट्स क्या होते हैं if we can talk about, in terms of maybe, I don't know, postures या जो भी होते हैं उसके.
See, lifestyle benefits is like what perceptions, right?
Okay.
How do a person success? आप एक देखोगे कि एक सक्सेसफुल इंसान में there is some X factor.
Right.
What is that X factor?
Right.
Like, everybody is gifted with, I think, vision, visualization, and hearing person.
Correct.
Few are challenged. But no, in normal people, in general, if we talk, there's something that X factor which works. Right. Person to person. Then you're a classical dancer. You're an artist.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So dance is one art form which lives in space and time.
Wow.
Sculpture, painting, architectures, this needs space.
Right.
Whereas music, instrumental music, vocal music, acting, speech, this needs time. Right? But dance is one art where you need music, timing, and space in one moment. And here the dance, the artist and art is not separate. It is one.
Correct.
You can't say, okay, this is my dance.
Right. Correct.
Because it is in my body. So whatever my art, I execute through my body. So I am artist, I am art. This is art.
Correct. Right.
So when you are talking about the perceptions, like, so as I said, we live in time and space in the same moment.
Right.
So if I have to move my hand straight, then I have to take consideration, okay, ta. Ta, it should go here. Tai, it should go here. Tai, it should face, come back and come back.
Wow.
While doing this, I have to also see when I'm moving my legs towards the right, coming back.
Right.
So this improves my visual perception.
Okay.
Because while doing this, I have to see where my hand is moving. My space perception. Because I have to go a certain way to the certain place and I have to come back to my center place.
Correct.
Then I have to also improve my hearing perceptions.
Right.
Why? Because I can't say, okay, I'll hear first music and then I'll do this. So everything has to be done together.
Correct. Right.
So this is how basically with the kids, the perceptions, the visual perception. Today the problem with the today's generation is their perceptions are very weak. Because they're always on the receiving side. Okay, something is on the TV, I'll sit and watch. Something is going with the reels, I'll sit and watch. So there's no contribution from a child's side or from a person's side to the how should I be there in that place. So when you're learning dancing, these are the perceptions do you take care of. And while dancing, as I said, you need a great awareness of your body.
Correct. Right.
Everything. Our earth moves in an axis.
Right.
Right? What happens if the axis is moved? It moves from, it gets,
Everything is
gone. Similarly, dancer's body has one imaginary line.
Okay. Acha.
So it has to take that imaginary line into consideration and then leave. Even if I'm bending on my right, I cannot take my entire body to my right.
Right. Right.
The easy shloka, I'll tell you one shloka.
Yeah. Okay.
Which says, Asye na lambayed gitam, haste nartham pradarshye, chakshurabhyam darshayed bhavam, padabhyam talamachare. This means the compositions जो है, आप जो compositions use करते हैं for dancing, it should be explained with hastas. Your hastas, your mudras become language.
Right.
And chakshurabhyam, your face, eyes show expressions of the emote. They give emotions of that particular composition. Okay. But while doing this, your feet should follow talam. So the lower body follows rhythm. The upper body is emoting.
Okay.
Then the shloka goes to yato hastas tato drushtir, yato drushtis tato manaha, yato manas tato bhavo, yato bhavas tato rasa.
Okay.
Means where your hand goes, your eyes will go. Where your eyes go, automatically your concentration, mana, tato mana. And where your mana goes, there's obviously emotions, bhavas will rise. And once the bhavas are raised, there will be rasa. Now rasa is what, again, a different theory in Natya Shastra.
Right.
Rasa Sutra. Rasa is created in audience, in a spectator, not in a dancer. She creates bhava. Like if I'm showing a emotion of being threatened or being frightened, so I'm actually not frightened. But if my audience feels that horror, they are the people who are relishing it.
Correct.
So rasa is created in me. I create that rasa, but it is felt by my spectator.
Correct.
Coming to balance, even if we see the Nataraja Murti, it is in a perfect balance. It's a why do we? Yeah, it's not only about the straight, but it has a skull in its. He wears skull, which denotes death.
Right.
But crescent moon, which denotes birth.
Okay.
There is Damru, the creation of sound,
Right.
and there is Agni, the destruction. So the entire thing, when his face is like a yogi, calm, full of knowing his awareness, what his movements are, and the same times his jatas are standing straight. That means he's dancing with that furious, vigorous dancing, aggressive dancing, that his stands are standing like this. But his face is calm as yogi.
Wow.
So there's so much of balance in that figure. So when, as I said, how does it comes to your lifestyle? So when today's generation, when they're learning one classical art form, when there are so many things going around, see, I'm not against any Bollywood dancing or any type of, but I feel that that can be done once you've learned, because it's not a difficult task.
Right.
Unless and until you go for a Western aesthetic, like proper Western dancing, classical dances, you need it.